Hello out there YouTube, welcome to the OKGoodReview channel. And guys, here it is. This, guys, if you saw the preceding video, will be the plane for Harley Quinn. So this is also special because this is the first plane I have ever done. I have never ever done an airplane before, guys. And we're going with Tamiya. I love the World War II planes, guys. I mean, I do. I'm a big fan of the prop planes, guys. And I'm thinking about doing more of those. I like the Mustangs, I like the Spitfires, I like the Hellcats. But guys, when I was looking for those, I couldn't find any of those that were really like Harley Quinn-ish to me. And then I came across this thing, and so I spent a lot of time actually, guys, just looking for an airplane to fit the model. So this is for Harley Quinn and Injustice 2, guys. Check out that video. I will bring her back into this video though, guys, because we have to do some measurements and stuff, and hopefully she'll fit. Otherwise, I'm going to have to modify this even more than I was planning on doing. For instance, I will not be putting any sort of cockpit on there. This is going to be an open cockpit, which may or may not make sense. Wow. Wow. Okay. What's funny, guys, is that I bought this, which is smoke gray pearlescent, for this plane. I don't know how Tamiya paints, but I don't think I'm painting this. This is a good color. This is, I mean, am I going to get better than smoke gray with this? I don't think so. I don't think I will. So here we've got parts of the plane. We got the clear canopy here, which we won't be using. Hopefully, guys, this is coming through. Sorry, getting some tremendous glare. Apologize for that. We got the prop blades. Those will need to be painted. We've got, looks like, the torpedoes. Ooh. Guys, this is giving me some ideas here. Harley Quinn's colors, of course, as you all know out there, guys, are, for the most part, black. And why are there so many prop blades? Holy moly. Are, for the most part, red and black. And we got a little pilot guy. Won't be using him. We got this. Oh boy. Guys, I don't know. Oh boy, I might have really bitten off something here. Looks like we have landing gear. It's good. So we want to use landing gear. We don't want to use this thing that floats in the water. I want actual. See, this one has it. I want actual landing gear. But there's no rubber tires. That's unusual. So I'm trying to find something that has a seat, and I'm not seeing it. There's this guy. Look at how tiny he is, though. I mean, he's got to fit underneath the canopy, but this guy is just tiny. Let's see. It looks like a seat here of any kind. Do we have to build the seat, I wonder? Wow. So guys, if you've ever wondered what goes... Oh, look at all these, all the armament and stuff. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun with this. Customizing the paint job, naturally. And let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got the red and the white check stuff. I don't think I can use any of these. So guys, we're gonna do a custom paint job here. I'm gonna put some bombs on the side of it for like the notches, you know, when people paint on their planes, their bombing runs or whatever they put on there. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I'm assuming that's what it is, if I'm remembering my history right. Okay, so let's see here. There it is. Okay, where is that? First thing is the seat. So why can't I find the seat, guys? Why can't I find the seat? Oh, look, it's a stick shift. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is tiny. Alright guys, so I might be deleting the seat also. I can't actually, I'm assuming that's what this is. So here's this. It looks like the seat. It looks like the seat to me. And I think you put stickers in there for, yeah it is. So this tiny thing is the seat. So this will be our pilot, and I have to figure out how to fit her inside there. So if we take a look at this part, she obviously has enough room to fit in this. I just don't know how I'm going to modify the controls in the cockpit exactly, guys, to give her enough room. So I'm going to have to delete the seat, and I probably am going to have to put a hole in that spacer right there so that she can actually fit her legs in there. So this is for, guys, this is unusual in the respect that I'm building this specific, might have to delete the entire cockpit. I'm building this specifically for the point of Harley Quinn. I bought the whole thing is for her to ride in, to hold the baseball bat, guys, so I can suspend it in the air and she can play mailbox baseball with the airplane. Obviously, that would be literally impossible to do unless she flew it upside down because the wings... Actually, I don't even think that would work because even if she somehow cleared the wings, she wouldn't be able to clear the propellers, guys. But we're going for a sort of a comic book feel here. So, what does that mean? That means that it doesn't have to be real. This is going to be an interesting build, guys, because I'm going to have to actually maybe possibly pre-assemble some of this. And I'm not going to have to actually shoot anything on this one. Oh, I wish I had an air gun. I had that thing up and going because that would be really handy here, guys. But, so there's going to be a whole big old bunch of hand painting I'm going to have to do on this, guys, to get all the custom stuff on it. I don't know if I'm going to use any of these stars yet. I haven't quite decided. I think I might. Got drop tanks here. This is... Look at all this stuff, guys. This is so wild. Why is there a rocket launcher on there? Holy moly. I mean, that's something Harley Quinn would want. Got this green underside. See, they want this bare metal silver. And it would read better in bare metal silver. However, see there's green on the top here. However, I think I like that. I like this gray. I actually kind of like this funky gray here. I think it works really well with... Because that way, guys, I can use both black and I can also use the red and some of the darker red like a burgundy, guys, which is what I think I'm going to do. So, enough of this. Guys, I'm going to spin this thing down to Spider Central and get crack-a-lacking on this, guys. And we're going to see what is what. I don't think that there will be paint for this video. I think I'm going to go through the paints probably. But I don't think I'm going to actually be painting in this video, guys. Just because this is another fly by the seat of the pants video that I wasn't necessarily anticipating doing another one of. I was hoping to plan this a little bit better, guys. But clearly, I'm going to have to modify everything for Harley Quinn to be able to fit in there, guys. So that's what we will be doing. Alright, guys. We'll see you in Spider Central. And hopefully we'll have a better idea when it comes down to assembly, guys. So that this can actually have some content in this video. My first ever airplane video, guys, and it's already crazy. We'll see you in Spider Central. Okay, guys, so after looking through all the instructions and doing some measurements with the shell of the plane, I've come to the conclusion that she is too big. And I guess we probably saw that coming when we saw the actual figure. Who's this tiny little thing right here, and you can see he barely comes up to her knee. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some Suicide Squad stuff with her, and she's going to be hanging out of the plane instead. So what that means, guys, is I'm going to have to build the cockpit. So looking at this, what I've decided to do, guys, is I think for the first time ever, and this is, by the way, what I used to do, guys. When I first started building model kits, I would actually go through step by step, which is what I'll be doing this time, guys. I am still deleting some stuff, I think probably from the build. But, so, starting with cockpit, and then we're going to go on to the rest of this, the propellers and everything. here's the switch. I'm going to actually be painting it as I get ready to build it. So in this case, step one, I'm going to be finding everything that's a cockpit. I'll be adding stickers to the panel. And then, guys, I'll be doing the painting once I find all those and then building the cockpit. Now, I may go through here and find everything that it takes to build. The next thing is the right side of the fuselage, then the fuselage, then the engine assembly, and so on. So I might go through all this stuff, guys, and try to paint as much as I can, just have like a painting day or two. But that's really kind of how I'm going to be going, is just step by step by step by step. So I still don't know if I'm going to come back and show you guys the stages. I might. I'm still kicking this around, guys. I'm not as familiar with airplanes. In fact, I'm not familiar at all with airplanes as I am with cars. Like cars, I can get a pretty general idea of how they're going to go right out of the gate. There's not huge differences between all the companies. An airplane, I have sort of a working knowledge of how they operate, but nowhere near enough to try to go through, you know, probably 100 parts and try to put everything together, especially when some of these parts are tiny. So it was a good decision for me to decide not to paint this whole thing, that I can tell you for sure. So real quick here, guys, I'm going to go through the paints. So we're starting with Model Masters Burgundy Red Metallic. This will be for accents, and also on the side of it, guys, I will be painting the name of the plane, and I'm going to save that for the end of the video, guys. So the final looks towards the end, guys, you can skip ahead to that if you want to see what it is. It may be actually even on the thumbnail, guys. I'm not sure yet, as I built it. Okay, so we have Tamiya X1 Black. This is unusual for me. The only Tamiya paint so far, guys, that I'm going to be using in here. I may also throw in white. I'm still trying to decide. In fact, actually, I'm going to grab white just because I want that on hand in case I decide to do that. I'm still trying to finish out this Model Masters Chrome from when I had the paint disaster. My guess is this. I'm going to use this for silver, so this will probably end that jar right there. We have Model Masters Turn Signal Amber, which will be used for some of the graphics. We have the Chrysler Engine Red. This is the second red that will be on here, guys. Normally I would put that in the engine. This time I probably won't be. I think the engine is actually going to be this, which is Tester Steel. And finally, I have Turn Signal Red as well, guys. It's a red metallic. So I have that because I just want to have different looks of the red as I'm doing this. I still haven't sorted out the stickers yet, guys. I'm still trying to work out in my head what I want to do there. So again, you can see she has a darker red here. I don't want to get too much into the darker red, but she also has a little bit of silver. And of course, Harley Quinn, guys, in the earlier versions has white as well. So I'm not going to be afraid to use this checkerboard pattern after all. I don't want this thing to get too dark and too muddy, so I probably will use some of the white accents. I haven't quite decided on what I'm doing with the stripes yet. I'm sure I'll discover that, guys, as we get into this. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you a little bit more of the planning behind this. And I don't know what I'm going to do from now as I record this, so I guess stay tuned and we will see what transpires from here. Hey guys, okay, so we are back, and so this is step one. Step one is the cockpit, guys, and I wanted to kind of show this to you. Okay, guys, so you can't get a lot of the detail out of this, and I'm going to try to figure out a way to light this a little bit better. But this is the cockpit. Basically, there, guys, you can see I did the gear shift like a car gear shift. We got belts. The belt decal on the seat, and here is what the cockpit looks like. It's a very, very small thing. You can see why Harley Quinn would not be able to fit in this, of course. So this is step one, guys, and this is all done. Got a stray little glue spider web here. So there it is, guys. This is all done. Very, very excellent detail, of course, as always, from Tamiya. And step 2 is the half of a plane. And so step 2 is also complete, guys. I did that as well. I painted up to, I think, step 4 or 5. I'm going to try to get more paint done shortly after this. But so you can see this holds the wings in, I believe. There's a little vent here. And so, guys, I also tested to see if you guys can see where the paint is. If you guys look very carefully, there it is. So you can see just right there on the edge there is a little flick here, guys. In fact, I'll put it up here for you guys in case you were missing it. But so there's a light gray that's very, very close to this. So I might be doing a little bit of washes because I had there's a glue error here, guys. You can see right here. Depending on where that gets painted over, depending on how the wings look, I may be going through this and doing that as well. Step 3 will be coming up next, guys. This is basically going to be steps 1 and 2 for this section. I've added a lot of colors of paint, guys, as well, as you can see there. Some of these I won't actually make it on here. So, and some of the detail you can't actually see. There's a lot of detail I put in this. For whatever reason, the Tamiyas seem to inspire me to rise to the occasion of the kit itself with the paint. And so I did some really, really fine brushwork here with this one that actually is better than a lot of the other models that I've done, and especially posted in 2019, guys. And so this, as a plane, this is going pretty smoothly, I must say. I haven't painted hardly anything outside of that, guys. I painted, I think, like 2 or 3 parts that are on the tree. I think what I'm going to wind up doing is actually doing something I almost never do, which is to paint a lot of the stuff once it's assembled. And of course, guys, that's a little nerve-wracking because I'm not sure how that's going to go exactly. But so this one, yeah, just I happen to have plenty of time ahead of me, guys, to do this sort of stuff with. So I'm just going to kind of, even if this takes way longer than it normally would, and it has so far, I have a little bit of a luxury of time, guys. So we're all good to go as far as that goes. But there's, I think, 15 steps total, guys. So 1 and 2 are down. We still have 13 to go, and we will see you shortly. Okay, guys, we are back for step 3. And here's what step 3 looks like. Now, you guys can see there's some blemishes here. Depending on, I don't think I'm going to be able to cover all those up. So some of the paint I was going to put up here, guys, I'm going to have to reconsider some of this. But what I might be doing is I might be just going over all this. I'm not in love with the lines here. You can see there's a lot of glue residue and so on. So I may be painting this whole thing. Just kind of depends on how the wings look. So I'm kind of kicking there out. But step 3 is the canopy, or the seat rather. The cockpit is in the body of the plane, and the tail section is on, and the wings are started. And we got this front piece here as well. So this is where step 3 leaves us. Step 4 is the beginnings of the actual engine and some of the propeller stuff, guys. And that will be coming up next. Alright, guys, and step 4 was to build this, which is the front nose piece. Hopefully we can pull some detail in here of the engine. A little struggle here with our lighting, guys. So you can see there's a little bit of the engine in there. It's really hard to pick out the detail. And I had kind of hoped that it would show up a little bit better, guys. So you guys can sort of see in there. And you can see there's a little bit of black and chrome right there. It isn't reading super well, and that actually is kind of, I wished I had that effect of the rotary engine, guys. Unfortunately, I don't. But so step 4 was that nose piece, and of course that will go, I believe, just on the front like so at some point, and this will have some graphics on it. Now, this is step 5, which I'm also doing right now. Step 5, guys, is to add these doors. I left them open, so the vents are open. It also is to add this part, which I did earlier in one of the other preceding steps. And then we've got this, guys, so the tail section. I went with a dark burgundy metallic for the elevators here, and I'm not sure that I actually like that color. It's a little bit late to change it now, though. So, and I've got that, of course, on the wing flaps as well, guys. So, I also went through and I painted most of this, guys, with the light gray from Tamiya, and you can see it fixed all the paint errors, but more so, it's also matted out this thing quite a lot. And there's little bits of, you can see there's still little bits of gloss in there, guys. It's almost like it has flown a mission through rain. So I like that. I don't think I'm going to actually touch that up. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So I like that effect. This is wicked cool like this now, at least in my view. One of the things, though, I will say, guys, you can kind of see the panels are not lining up super well on this. They're not flushing out. I kind of wish I might have to buy putty, guys. That kind of stuff is just frustrating me when I find it on models. See, I could putty this, clear that line out, clear that line out, clear that line out. That's really bothersome to me, guys, that it's doing that. So there it is. Anyway, parts 4 and 5. Here's 4. Here's 5. So there's 15 steps here, guys. We're a third of the way done. I will say, though, that some of the steps are just applying decals and building ordnance and building wings and stuff like that, guys. So this 15 steps is kind of maybe a little bit of a misnomer. But so anyway, guys, we're at the third of the way point right now. Steps 4 and 5. And we'll be right back for step 6. Alright, guys, so here we are, step 6, and step 6 is the wings, and you can see we have in front of you the underside and the top side. So there'll be machine guns that go in here. I am probably going to paint these after they get on the plane, I think. But these definitely could use some paint. You can see there's some imperfections here in the plastic, which is one of the dangers, of course, guys, of using the actual colors that the plastic is molded in. So anyway, guys, we're going to get that on the plane, and then we're going to repaint the plane. I did wind up getting putty, so I'm waiting for that to dry. I've got some painting there. Some touch-up stuff to do with for this section. For instance, this is on the next step. So step 7, guys, will be coming right up, where we basically add more stuff to the body of the plane. Hey guys, here is step 7, and as you can see, we have the wings on.
Oh, that's so cool.
And we got the back part on. I painted some of the graphics here, guys. You can see there is Harley Quinn, her name right there, and the nose piece is on. And you can see the bottom of it. I've added some stripes, so red, white, and black, guys. And this is all hand painted, guys, so it's not any decals or anything like that. I've still got to do some more finish work, guys. You can see here. I actually need to do probably a little finish work up here as well. This is getting pretty close up top, though. I've tried a different painting technique, guys, which I think is working out really, really well. And so, guys, step 8 will be the landing gear, and I'll be doing that next. And then I'm going to be, after that, guys, I have to add the flaps, which I believe is step 9. I think that's to maybe build them and then add them or something like that, guys. So the flaps will be coming up next, and after the landing gear is actually the next step. And once I get that done, guys, then I'm going to start adding some finished graphics. I've got to add finished graphics to the wings, and I haven't quite decided what I'm putting there yet. So a few things left to do, guys. We've got to add the propeller, of course, as well. And I've got most of the bombs done, guys, so those are pretty built. And we'll see you guys for step 8 coming right up. Alright guys, step 8, which is landing gear and all the stuff attendant to that, such as the flap and the strut for the flap in the front. And of course we got this different colored red here. And of course the back landing gear as well. So that's all this is, guys. Plane is up, landing gear is on. And from here, guys, we just need to build the wing flaps. And from there, 9 and 10, guys, basically build the wing flaps and then attach them. So that I'll probably combine those steps. And then after that, guys, it's just some propellers, putting some armaments and stuff like that on the plane. There's going to be a lot of combining here, guys, because from here, once the flaps are on, guys, that really is it for the assembly. From there, it's just adding missiles and stuff like that, guys. So, but anyway, guys, we will do that shortly, and we'll see you back here for step 9 and 10. Okay, guys, so step 9 is this, which is basically just the wing flaps. I've got to add touch-up to this. Step 10 is to actually put it on the plane, which will be coming up here, guys, as soon as the touch-up paint dries. Okay, guys, so step 10 is to add in those wing spots as well as the bay doors, guys, and you can see them right there on the back section. Bay doors. And so looking at this, I think I need to add in the burgundy metallic, guys, on these parts as well. This part right here, and on the top it's especially obvious that I need to add in some more of that there. I think that'll add quite a bit to it, guys. So step 11 is this, the entire propeller, guys. So there it is. Step 11 is done, and you can see we've got the red tips on it, and we've got the red center of it as well, guys. So there it is, steps 10 and 11. And guys, step 12 is to mount the propeller on the plane, guys, as well as to add some of the bomb elements. Step 12, guys, will be the very last step here of this build, guys, because the rest from that point is decoration, and possibly you could even say that step 12 itself is as well, guys. So we'll be back for step 12, guys, coming up next. Okay, guys, step 12 is the propeller and the machine guns. Those are installed on both sides, the machine guns. There's other stuff as well, but I'm not going to include it in this step with the pilot and the canopy and stuff, because this is not, it's going to be open canopy. So here's one of the bombs I need to add. Here's one of the rocket tubes. Here's a flap bomb, which we have accessorized for Harley. And I've got to add more graphics to this. And then we also have more bombs as well. So this is way more bombs than would normally go on this plane, but we're going to add them all, guys. So we'll see you back upstairs, guys, for the final looks on this. At this point, it's just adding the bombs and graphics. Okay, guys, and here we are. The final looks at the Tamiya P47-D Thunderbolt, guys. And so for my first plane ever, this was highly enjoyable, guys. And I want to take you through some of the graphics, guys, because this is pretty close to as I imagined it, guys. So we've got, let's start with the top. So we've got the propeller that spins. We got this black and white stuff. So they've got some bombs here, guys. You can't read the orange all that well unless we close in on it here, guys. But these are supposed to be kind of exploding bombs, and there's a little wick in there that is not reading particularly well. Of course, Harley Quinn, guys, so I lettered the cockpit. And guys, there is the cockpit itself. You can see there's the joystick and everything. We've got the doors, the vents back here. We've got her hat. On the back is her logo plus this star thing. So I don't know about this burgundy on the wingtips. That's the only thing I'm not 100% about. Stars from overhead. We got the machine guns here, guys. And the propeller, of course, has the red tips on both sides. So we've got the passenger. We've got the other side, guys, the right side, and we've got her logo in black. We've got her hat again. We've got the rotten tattoo, guys. The black heart, guys, and I added a little bit of detailing to the black heart that I got kind of a kick on. So it's got a little bit of windswept to it. And guys, I don't know if you can read it on the paint. This paint worked out extremely well, and you can see, guys, that there's some flow lines in it, guys. So it looks like it's been flying and it's just hit a little bit of rain there, some wet spots. Looks like it's hit a little bit of dust, guys, if you look in here. It's just got some cool flow lines. One of the things that I love, and people would probably say these are errors, but you can see right there, it looks like weld marks that they painted over. So guys, it's probably technically an error, but I love it. I think that adding just that little touch of damage to this, it fits Harley Quinn so well, guys. I had to use putty for some of these seams, and you can see it did a nice job of capturing those. You can't tell me where the seams are, guys. The stickers were a little shy on the bottom of being completed, but not the end of the world, guys. So underneath, again, I did the same thing with the paint. So you can see there's sort of the sweeping effect, guys. Now, if you have light on it, which you probably wouldn't for the underside, guys, you can see that there's some little more gloss spots that I meant to leave, and you can see the red, white, and black striping, guys. Here's the landing gear. Here's the door, guys. I included almost everything on this. So, again, bombs, rocket launcher tubes, machine guns, and a big bomb in the middle, guys, that, of course, I had to letter for Harley as well. And looking at the spine here, guys, we've got a bay door. This door, I actually went with a light. See, this is a light gray paint. I think this is like a light gunmetal or a metallic gray or something like that, guys. And then, of course, the bottom bay doors here as well with the wheel and the landing gear and everything, guys. I should have painted this side also this sort of dark red. I may go back and do that, actually, guys. But this black part is all painted. It didn't come like that, so that's all added. And this thing looks good, guys. It looks really, really good. I think this is a great looking plane, and this is perfect for Harley Quinn. Now, a little story with that Harley Quinn. The Injustice 2 Harley Quinn, I was trying to fit her for this, and she was a little bit too big, and she didn't quite work. So this is not going to Injustice 2, guys. This will ultimately be going to the Arkham Knight Harley Quinn, guys, which is also in the playlist. The star of our show is going to be getting the Injustice 2 Harley Quinn because he has decided he really likes that figure. But guys, so usually you don't see me go through close-ups to that extent, and there's not. I'm sure somebody could find flaws with this. In fact, probably a lot of you out there are saying, well, there's some marring here, and the whole damaged look, guys, I just really dig this. You know, it's a custom paint job, guys, and you can see there's a little bit of gloss streaks in here. It just looks like it's a little bit wet back here. I dig this. It's uneven. I mean, to me it's totally Harley Quinn, guys. It definitely reads to me as Harley Quinn. Looks like part of my sticker ripped off. Well, so a little bit more damage, guys, than I expected here, guys. But you can see I've got some of the stuff falling off here. But the black and white sticker I don't really care that much about, guys. I was actually thinking about doing this in striping. So black and red striping around the front, and if I lose a sticker, that's what I'm going to be doing. But the idea is that I'm going to suspend this, guys. So I'm going to suspend it in the air like so. And should we doing a Suicide Squad thing? Not with the baseball bat. The baseball bat will not fit the hands of the other one. It will now be with a hammer, guys. So feel free to look for that on the Twitter feed, guys, if you would like to see that, guys. So I, again, can't tell you enough how great this was to do as a first model, guys. I really hand it to Tamiya. I enjoyed a lot of this. The model panels didn't fit 100% perfect, but they did fit very well, guys. Overall, this is the first one I wound up using putty on, guys. And I deleted the cockpit, but overall, except for that, most of this is to the instructions, guys. And it was, like everything Tamiya's made, guys, been a great model. Two of my most favorite models, guys, the Porsche GT2 and now this one, were both Tamiya's, guys. And Tamiya seems to just rise me up a little bit, guys. And maybe it's just being inspired by the quality of their kits. I don't actually know, but I love this plane. I am super thrilled with how this came out. So outside of that back tire, which I might just paint, guys, and fix that up, and I might just leave it. I mean, I could go either way on that one. This thing is as close to what I had in mind, and you know, the vision. And I wouldn't say it's flawless, guys. I don't think I've done a flawless model yet, but this is, to me, a pretty close step to that, guys. And it was just really enjoyable to do this. I do want to do another plane, guys, because I want to have, so you can see in there, I showed you guys during the build, but you can see kind of the motor thing in there. You can see the little black and the chrome parts. I want more of that exposed. Like, so I didn't want to cut the cowling here and try to do that with this, but I would really like to have more of that exposed. So I might try to find one of those, you know, Bearcat or Hellcat or one of the dive bombers. Some of those that I recall vaguely had that sort of look to them, guys. There's some Mustangs I'd like to do. I love these old World War II prop planes, guys. So I might be doing more of these, but as for this one, guys, I couldn't be happier with it. I'm just thrilled to pieces with how this came out. And, you know, I think it's going to look really good with that Harley Quinn, guys. If you would like to see that display, again, follow us on our Twitter feed. But that, guys, is going to wrap up the video, guys, for this P47 Thunderbolt, guys, from Tamiya. An outstanding kit, guys. I recommend this, guys, totally. If you haven't done a plane and want to get into it, but you've done other models, probably for a first-time plane, I would say maybe build a couple other ones first, because this, to me, this could be a little bit more expensive, and tanking a kit like this would probably make you pretty unhappy. But again, I mean, as far as the kit goes, it is fantastic, guys. It holds whatever plastic Tamiya is using holds paint like a dream, and it was, except for, I will say this, the Model Masters burgundy metallic that is on the wings, the wing tips and the back there, was probably a little darker than I should have gone, and that one has by far the most paint. I had to do 2, sometimes 3 coats on that to get it to actually read the way I wanted it to. So I probably wouldn't make that choice again. Outside of that, though, guys, everything else printed just like a dream. It was outside of the stars that you see there and the black and white, everything here is hand painted, and it's painted with a brush, guys, just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what we're talking about here. So again, couldn't be more happy with the guys, couldn't be more thrilled with it, and hopefully you guys did enjoy the look at this as well. Guys, if you did, please give us a thumbs up, guys. Hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so already, guys. Blue bell next to the red subscribe button. If you'd like to be notified of the latest greatest content as it becomes available, guys, including more model builds, guys. I've still got a pretty hefty stack. And if I start adding airplanes, which I probably have to do, guys, because I don't have any more shelf space, so I've got to go to the ceiling. Guys, you know, if you'd like to see that stuff, guys, hit the blue bell, guys, or you can follow us on our Twitter feed, where I update the feed, guys, from the channel changes basically as soon as they happen, guys. So new playlists, new videos, and so on and so forth, guys. Also, there's Twitter specific content as well, which is displays such as the display I'll be doing from this. This is also the first time I've done a suspended display, guys. So I'm a little interested to see how that comes out exactly. Guys, leave us a comment, guys, if you'd like to, if you've done this kit, if you've done a different kit, if you'd like me to see, if you'd like to see me do a different kit. If it's like our star wants me to do a tank, which I probably will. However, that one needs to be an airbrush so I can do the actual camouflage on it. Not being able to have a working airbrush right this second, guys, means that I won't be able to do that. But if there's other aircraft or cars, guys, that you like to see, definitely like to hear from you guys on that. What do you prefer, planes or ground vehicles? Most of what I've done is cars, but after this plane, I'm giving some thought to doing some of these. I know our star is thinking that he would actually like to have one of these for himself. So maybe it'll be a Corsair. It could be, like I said, one of the other ones, maybe a Spitfire or something like that. I do want to do a Spitfire, guys, as well. I love those planes also. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us this time. We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.